You know, I never thought this day would come, but Spider-Man is officially on PC and it absolutely blew me away. I could stay all day here and brag about the mechanics, the combat, the web slinging, the graphics, all that. But honestly, the feeling that I got while playing this, it was much more important to me because I felt like I was playing a continuation of the Sam Raimi universe, which I dearly love and I keep it at the bottom of my heart because it was my childhood. And yeah, this game is spectacular, and I hope you played it. If you haven't played it, you just go play it. Uh, and in today's video, I'm gonna go over my experience and how I feel about everything in the game, at least everything that I can name. So, hope you enjoy this. The web slinging in Spider-Man PC is absolutely amazing. Peter Parker's web slinging just feels a lot more control than the Mastered. Even though it's not as fun as Miles's, I still believe this one's a little better because it has more stability and control, and I don't know, for some reason you just feel like you have a lot more force while swinging back up. Yeah, as I said, it's not as fun as Miles's. You don't have as many skill moves, while you can just lay down like in a bed while you're falling. It's just like a very strictly type of web slinging, and of course it was the first one because the web slinging Spider-Man Miles Morales appeared after that. It's a sequel to the Spider-Man PC game, but I still think it's pretty good, and I think it's genuinely outside maybe Miles Morales game. It's probably the best web slinging we got in every single game. Maybe the Spider-Man 2 game had a better web slinging, but the one back in the day, I still don't believe that it catches up to this one. And they put a lot of time into making this as sweet as possible. The combat has got a lot of work put into it, and I do believe it's a pretty good combat, man. Like, you got a lot of combinations, a lot of air combat, a lot of ground combat, a lot of long distance combat, if you can say that. And I think they put a lot of work into it, and they did a good job. You got a whole lot of combinations, as I said, and you can use also objects around you, and you can use finishers, you can use superpowers, suit powers. You got a whole lot of superpowers. You got, for example, you got web blossom, which basically you jump in the air and you like start spinning and like webbing everybody up. You got the Iron Spider suit arms, tentacles, whatever you want to call them, and you got a whole lot of powers, which it just makes the combat a lot better and more enjoyable, and it gives you a lot more like variety into it, and a lot more options to take everybody out. And I do believe they've done a very good job at it. The boss fights are great. Maybe sometimes kind of repetitive. You kind of like you dodge a couple times and then they get tired and you go punch them up. Or for example, in the Rhino fight, you just go, he keeps running at you and then you just pull the crane down. But I still believe that it's probably a lot better than the boss fights we got in Batman Arkham Knight. But I swear to God, the Batmobile was some fucking stupid thing. I couldn't stand that shit. The game was good, but the Batmobile ruined it for me. Before jumping into the different category, I just want to point out the camera, bro, the photo mode basically. I just love that shit so much. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun while using it. I like the whole editing stuff, the filters, the color, whatever you want, fucking editing. You can change the suit, you can change it to a selfie, a free camera, or an orbit camera, which I think they done a pretty good job. And they got stickers too. Moving on to suits, I think every single suit has a purpose in this game, and I think it's good in every single suit is good in its own way. Some of them are brought from comics, from other games, from movies, from TV series, I guess. and I think they all fill a purpose. Some of them bring us some cool ass designs, some bring some suit powers like stealth, where like Iron Spider arms, you know what, all of that stuff. And I think all of them are nice, and you can collect them with all different tokens. You can craft them basically, or you can get some free from the game, like the old Spider-Man movie, like, you know, the ones with Tobey Maguire. You can get the Amazing Spider-Man. You can have all the movie things basically, even from No Way Home and Far From Home and Homecoming, and they're pretty decent. Probably my favorites are, of course, the Spider Toby suit. Yeah, you heard that right, Spider Toby, that's how I want to call it. The advanced suit that's on the cover of the game, the classic suit that you start the game with, the 2099 suit, maybe the Amazing Spider-Man suit. I don't know what to say about that one, but it's, you know, it's alright. And if I would pick another one, it could be honestly the stealth suit from Far From Home. I think they're pretty decent. Let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite suit. I've seen lately a lot of backlash from the PlayStation fans when they found out that Spider-Man is coming on PC, because they felt like PlayStation is useless. And I don't think it's useless. I don't think it's a big deal. The game came out 4 years ago, so just get used to it. Personally, I did not expect this. You know, I didn't expect Spider-Man to be on PC, but I think there was an angle to it, because, you know, games like God of War already got released into it, and I think The Last of Us is gonna be a next title coming on PC as well. So I don't think it's a big deal that the game came on PC. I don't think the PlayStation is useless. Overall, all I can say is that Spider-Man PC is spectacular. It blew me away, and if you haven't played it, just play it, please. Buy it. It's amazing, and like, wow. It's a good game. They remastered it very well. I'm thinking a 9 out of 10. So I was sweet. Hope you enjoyed today's video, cause I put a lot of work into it, and please leave a like. If you could just subscribe so you can stay notified whenever I post a video, it would really help me. You can always unsubscribe, it's free, you know. You can always change your mind. So as I said, I was sweet, and have a nice day.
A little force together time might help you boys learn to play nice.